this one with Amir?
I think that it's tough for us to criticise really, because I thought he was very brave in the fight. You know, like most people, he got heavy knockdown in the first round, but he was always trying in the fight. He was always trying to engage. He was always jumping in. He was always putting himself at risk to get knocked out. And I think I was noticing that in the corner, in the rounds previously, just every round, he just looked like he was more war-torn. And I felt like there was a very good chance that he was going to get stopped in that fight quite soon. And I think Virgil's made a decision to stop that from happening. I don't see anything wrong with that. The problem is that when you do a pay-per-view fight, you're always up against it from the fans. People are paying a lot more money than they do normally, so they want blood. They want to see the clinical ending. They want to see the knockout. And I think with Amir Khan, that's what, I say that's what he does, but that's what, you know, he's in unbelievable fights. He's been knocked out before. People were watching that fight going, I think Amir's going to get knocked out in a minute. And they wanted to see that. He got hit very low. And I just think it was a timing thing where Virgil sort of looked at Amir and felt, does he really want to continue? I don't think so. But I don't believe, you know, people say that Amir's a coward. He's not a coward. You know, he's a brave guy. He's fought the best. And if you watch the fight back, like in that round, he was doing quite well. He was jumping in, and I was almost watching it going, oh, because he leaps in, you know, and he puts himself at risk. But that's what people like. So to see it end like that, when people have paid all that money, it's not good news for the show in general. But that's a problem. Now, I feel it when I do a pay-per-view show. You're almost praying that it's a great fight, or you know, it's a clinical ending, because you don't want people to start moaning. And that's what they're going to do, especially when they're having to fork out all that money.
With Amir, with that ending, does Kell Brook and Amir Khan fight, I guess, still maybe not salvageable is the word?
It's still there. It's not as big. It's not as big. But I think Kell might fight Crawford. I mean, that seems to be the fight that he wants at the moment. I don't think that Kell really wants the marking time fights anymore. He just wants to jump into the biggest fights possible. But you know, Crawford's going to want the big fights, the big fights, but it's very difficult for Top Rank to deliver those big fights.
Kell Brook, you mentioned, would he be coming down to welterweight?
He would do, to fight Crawford. It's not ideal for him. I mean, he can do it, but you know, really, I believe he's kind of stuck in the middle, to be honest with you. But it's hard for him to make 147. Hard. But if he's got enough time, he can do it.